Hi everyone. I just thought I would talk about some of the things that drive me a little bit crazy about what goes on in the world today. And that's that people just assume things are true and they don't look into them before they talk about them, and they already have like their opinion established, but they have no sophisticated conversation that they can go in depth about like why it's done this way. And everybody functions on a very limited basis because they don't understand the true elements of what's being done or what's happening exactly. And it's all, a lack of knowledge basically is what makes the whole world like a circus for the most part. And so, you have little pieces of knowledge here and there. Like, for example, I would say on in like a civilian sense, um, like I have people that come up to me and they try and talk to me about things that they don't know. Like Venezuela. Venezuela is actually under a capitalist system right now under Monsanto, and the majority of their crops have been poisoned by glyphosate. Many Venezuelans have gotten cancer and have died. Now they're trying to fight their government to take over and become socialist again because they lost Hugo Chavez, who was their socialist leader, who was an excellent leader, who has also helped many Americans, but they don't really talk about that for some reason. I wonder why. I wonder why that is. If you think about it, I'm sure you can figure it out. Well, you got to research it. I'm not going to tell people everything, but I'm just going to, give you some surface level things and let you know to an extent that what these things are is basically wrong. There's also assertions out there about Jewish people, too. Jewish people are a race, they're an ethnicity. They also are a race and ethnicity that has a holy covenant with God, and that's why Jesus was born under that holy covenant. There's also fake Jews also, and there's also like the Jews that live in Israel now. Um, and so you got like at least let's see here, like three different kinds of Jews, and also in the Bible it talks about spiritual Jews too. So there you go. There's four different types of Jews. So anybody that's talking about Jews, you need to be really specific in what you're talking about. Otherwise, you don't know what you're talking about, and that's all there is to it. If you don't know what you're talking about, then don't say anything. That's something I learned with roommates I had a while back. Because I asked my roommate, I'm like, like if I don't know too much about something, I shouldn't be talking, right? And he's like, yeah. Well, that's the truth. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk about it. And because the whole world's that way, like they don't know what they're talking about, and they're like telling you all about it, and it's like, no, you don't even know. But that's just how it goes. That's the way of the world. Like the less knowledge people have, uh, the easier it is to control them, I guess. And like people, I swear, like I've had a lot of people tell me that I'm smart, but I don't know if it's that I don't think that I'm really that smart. It's just I think that I'm not that dumb. I don't know. Like I'm not trying to like criticize people or anything, but like a lot people will genuinely speaking tell other people the truth. Um, in normal conversations, people tell each other the truth, for the most part, and I take people for their word for the most part. But you see, the thing is that you have to. Everybody's got to tell the truth. I don't know. I kind of lost my focus a little bit, but yeah, telling the truth is essential. And if you don't know what the truth is, then you shouldn't be talking about it because you're going to be lying and deceiving and whatever, and then at that point, who's going to believe you? Nobody. And how far have you gotten with your rhetoric? Nowhere. So you got to have a form of credibility, basically. You got to know what you're saying and what you're talking about. So yeah, there's many more issues too, and it's like an all day long thing where if you pick apart your day, you can see like everything that's wrong in it. But the thing is like you can't change that without the help of other people. So everything just stays wrong, and people are complacent and like what is wrong, and they're satisfied with it. but they could have so much more if they just pursued what's right, but they don't know how to pursue what's right or what it is because of what's talked about in the book of Jude. And if you read the book of Jude, it talks about basically the spiritual wickedness core of what is wrong with everything spiritually, that why everyone's deceived. You know, like it explains it in there. Basically, you have a lot of people, a lot of pastors that, I have seen some churches that I'm a little bit impressed with, but I'm sure if I went there, I wouldn't be too impressed. Maybe, but I'm not gonna judge until I see the fruits of the labor, which seem to be pretty good. I mean, if people are getting some truth, that's better than no truth. You know what I mean? And like to me, truth is always in the Bible. Every solution is already in the Bible already, but no one reads it, and people don't know what they're saying when they talk about it. And I haven't even read that much of the Bible, honestly, but I have read some of it, and I understand what it's saying. Um, I understand all of what it's saying, and I take all of it as literally as possible and do the best I can with it. I don't see how you can do it any other way, but anyways, I'll stop this message now. I hope everyone likes it, and I don't know, have a happy Sabbath, and try to relax and stay cool and get through the day, because that's what I'm doing too. Even though I'm supposed to be keeping this day holy, I'll be keeping it as holy as I can. Alright, well, everybody chill, have a nice day. Alright, later.